we have our chef Mohana and her daughter Kirtana to help us, and we are going to learn how to make pepper rice. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you Mohana for conducting the session.
Hi friends, good morning. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Today we are going to make immunity boost.
Pepper rice
Awesome. So the ingredients what we need
is cashew nuts, salt, pepper, curry leaf, daliya, urad dal, and channa dal.
Yeah, these are the ingredients we need.
And also, you need onions, and we're going to be using brinjal for the iron skillet.
So I'm going to two things I'm going to make. It's a bonus for everyone who's live here. Who's on live. So first, I turned on my skillet for brinjal. So this is a very quick thing. While we are doing this part, it will be done. Uh, your side dish will be done. So it will go good with pepper rice. So first, we are going to make pepper rice. So I have, as I said, we need ghee for that. So ghee plays a very important role for this pepper rice because pepper rice is going to be a little bit spicy. As you all know, pepper is a very spicy ingredient. So you have to make ghee to compensate the spiciness. Pepper is also considered as a heat spice. So just to get rid of the heatness, we have to cool down the pepper spiciness. So we have to add ghee to it. So as I mentioned, we need ghee. First, we need 1 spoon of ghee to start with. First, I'm going to turn on my skillet. It's hot and ready. Now I'm going to drop my, add my ghee to it. Once it starts melting, you have to add your pepper and daliya, that is roasted chana dal. In Tamil, we say pottu kadalai. So both the skillet is ready. The reason why I am using skill tawas is because it's really skill tawa is really good for your health. It will increase your iron and it will give you. It has a lot of nutrition in it. So you can Google and you can look it up instead of using different skillet. I don't prefer any skillet other than stainless steel or iron. So my skillet is ready for both the thing. Side by side, we are going to you make two things. First, once
you dropped in your ghee.
Ghee is hot enough. You have to be very careful with the peppercorn because once you drop your peppercorn on the ghee, it will splatter. So you have to be very careful. Try to place your any lid or like on top of the not like literally top, just to cover so that when it's flattened it will not flatten on your face. So people is dropping the peppers, only peppers. You have to be very very careful when you drop your pepper, as I mentioned, and you have to make sure not to burn the peppercorn. So once peppercorn is really roasted, you can feel the aroma out of it.
You can start mixing it in.
You can saute peppercorn. Once peppercorn is like really ready, then you can add your daliya. Once both the ingredients get sauteed, it should not be burnt, it should not be raw, it should be like roasted. Once it is done, you can add in your mixie jar and you can make it a coarse powder. It should not be super powder and it should not be super big chunks. It should be coarse so that when you add that powdered mixture into your rice, you can feel the fullness of spicy and the roasted chana flavor. So make sure to coarsely grain.
So after you saute it, you can put it in the mixie jar and you can grind it.
So this is already getting hot. Now I'm going to add my superstar coconut oil. Just for this ingredient, for brinjal, I'm going to use two different oils. One is coconut oil and another one is sesame oil. And you need a lid to cover that once your oil is hot enough. So I'm going to add the chopped brinjal. So I chopped it lengthwise. Just spread it on your tawa. See, my peppercorn is like splattering. You have to be very, very careful, otherwise it will splatter on your face. See? It's very, very dangerous. Don't take risk while you make this one because of the ghee. It will roast so well. How we did for pongal, like that. Now I'm going to add my roasted daliya. So this is hot enough. I hope everyone know about this one. Once you chop or once you cut your brinjal, you're not supposed to keep the brinjal on a plate. Just drop it in your water so that it will not turn the color, and also you don't feel uh, different. You will get the real taste out of it. So not make sure not to burnt your.
So you're going to be draining the ghee from the all the ingredients, and then you're going to be putting it in the mixing jar.
Try to take all the ingredients from the ghee, all the thing. So this is hot enough. Now I'm going to drop in this one. Sorry for the noise. So this is ready.
So you're going to be putting the lid on top of the your iron skillet.
Try to reduce the heat. So I had 4 brinjal. I already chopped 4 brinjal. So I'm going to make 2 different batches. Once this is ready, now I'm going to add mustard seed. I forgot to mention that earlier. So you need mustard seed. Once mustard seed get splatter, it's popping right now. Now I'm going to add my
Urad dal and channa dal.
So once urad dal, channa dal is like
nice and roasted,
you need to add your onion. The reason why you need to add onion, just to get rid of that super spiciness from the pepper. It will just compensate when you add onion to it.
So you're going to be starting to break up the curry leaves.
So
and then you can start sauteing your ingredients.
I'm going to add
the curry leaves
inside. Then I'm going to add in my
onion.
Saute that one nicely. Make sure to keep an eye on your brinjal. Once in a while, just open and drop the extra water on the skillet itself. You don't need to add extra. You don't need to add extra water.
So you should be sauteing your ingredients right now. The curry leaves, the onion, the urad dal, all of those. And you should start like touching the brinjal here.
Keep an eye on your brinjal. Now it's time for me to coarsely grain my
Peppercorn.
and daliya. If you look what I'm doing, I'm not grinding in a full-fledged mode. I'm using only the pulse. Enough.
It shouldn't be that coarsely grinded. It should just be kind of in the middle.
So it should be in the right consistency. That is the very important part. So it should not be super powder. So mine is like super coarse. So you're not supposed to drop this one right now. Just give few minutes.
Check on your brinjal every few minutes. And kind of play around with it.
Now it's the right time to open your brinjal. You don't need cover. You don't need to cover it up right now. From now on, let it be on the stove without lid. Just sprinkle some salt to it. Some turmeric. And
so this turmeric is for your pepper.
Pepper rice, yeah. Now you need your sambar powder. Very little, lightly you just sprinkle your sambar powder
onto the brinjal.
Give it a mix. And spread them out.
Make sure the essence is really in the brinjal for the flavor.
Try to spread so that it will cook evenly and also it will not burn. Now you can turn on the stove a little higher. Now my knob is at 6 o'clock. In that side I have kept this one. I'm sauteing it nicely. Once this is getting ready, now it's time to add little oil to it. So like the same way you can make, instead of brinjal, you can use potato, you can use okra. Then do you have any other choice? You can make sweet potato. Mainly the reason why I'm using iron skillet, just for the value in it. Just it has a lot of value. So try to make anything at least weekly once something out of some food with your iron skillet. If you Google, you have a lot of iron skillet in the market too. So now I'm dropping in my turmeric and also my cashew nut. You can replace cashew nut with peanut of your choice. So that's your choice, either peanut or cashew nut. So today I'm using cashew nut. I don't have peanuts at home.
So it's kind of chopped. You can put it whole if you want.
This is like roasted brinjal. So you can make roasted brinjal. As I mentioned earlier, you can make roasted okra, roasted potato, and roasted sweet potato, or you can make roasted um, raw banana. I don't know what you say that in Hindi. So you can get raw banana from market. So peel the skin out of it very lightly. Peel the skin out of the raw banana. Chop it, whichever shape you prefer for your kids, and just use the iron skillet to make roasted things.
Roasted raw banana.
Now it's the time to cover and cook. Once it oozes out lot of water, try to remove the lid from the iron tawa.
So you should be sauteing your other ingredients.
So try to keep an eye and make sure it should cook properly. If you're cooking potatoes, try to add hing because of the gas it produces. All the rest of the ingredients are same, but for potatoes, any kind of potato, try to add a pinch of hing to it.
And now you can add the salt.
Now try to remove your rice. I have cooked rice in my rice cooker, so my rice are really fluffy. I hope.
You can do it in an electric rice cooker or a pressure cooker.
Yeah, it's your choice, and you can use any rice, either basmati rice or sona masuri. I hope you guys tried sona masuri brown rice. If you haven't, you can also try that rice also, but not for this recipe, but for more fiber content rice. If you want to pick, try to pick brown rice. 24 mantra sona masuri is really good rice. I have tried that for so many years.
So this is the rice. It's very loose, but it's not also very sticky.
As I mentioned, always keep an eye on your brinjal, not to burn. Now it's time to reduce your stove because it's getting burned. It's starting to burn, so make sure.
So it should be lightly roasted.
So my rice is ready. Now I'm going to drop in my coarsely grinded roasted channa, roasted dal, and daliya and peppercorn. Make sure to add all the powder. Don't leave anything on your jar. Just give it a stir. Now it's time to add your rice to the mixture. Now it's time for you to add another spoon of ghee to it. I didn't use the full uh, ghee in the beginning, so I actually separate it out. Now I drop my ghee. Ghee and pepper plays a very important role in this rice recipe. Try to mix the rice and peppercorn mixture thoroughly so that you don't feel any lumps or any chunky rice. Ta-da, my rice is about to done in another few minutes. You can either garnish this with either coriander leaf or with very little mint leaf. So once my food is ready, I'm going to serve this to God. I always like to serve God before we eat. We are trying our best to eat only prasadam. So after I keep a rice in a small plate or in a bowl. Once that is done, I will go keep in front of God, and I always keep a tulsi on top of my rice.
Tulsi powder or tulsi?
As I don't have the fresh tulsi, I always have tulsi powder. So I drop a few pieces of tulsi on top of my rice. I serve the rice to the God, and yeah, we don't have tulsi, so we always have dry ingredient. This one I bought from Indian store. So
that's the tulsi powder.
My rice is done.
The pepper rice is ready.
I'm going to drop tulsi powder on top of it. And I'm going to garnish with cilantro.
You can cut it into pieces.
So this one is going to God, and same.
The pepper rice is
Pepper
ready.
is
This
ready.
is how it's look.
Yeah, pepper rice is ready now. I'm also going to serve my brinjal to God. The brinjal is done. So according to your family's need, you can change the spiciness, because we are going to eat pepper rice. So to my knowledge, pepper rice is going to be really spicy. So I add less sambar powder to my pepper rice, to my brinjal. Both are ready to put serve to God.
So you can mix both of these into their own.
Once I serve this to God, after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I will take that rice from the same bowl. I will drop it into my bigger skillet rice or ingredients what I have. So the whole thing will become prasad.